This song seemed like the best of news is gonna happen in that storehouse. Jessica's piercing scream rang out, but that was just because Jessica's scream was the loudest. The same thing spiraled out about in Drew's mouth as well. Oh my god, I love this song, by the way. Eva, just like Natsushi, spread her arms, and with the horrible expression roared at the kids. George, take one and return the mansion, quickly, right now! Natsushi spread her arms. I thought that she was trying to prevent him from advancing any further. However, right now, the reason why Eva was spraying her arms, she was trying to hide that horrible scene from the kids. It was her mother's heart, trying to protect the eyes and hearts of us children by attempting to block the view of the terrible scene by at least the whiff of one of her arms. Is this some kind of joke? Is it? I've seen this kind of cheap scene all too often. In manga, TV, anime, and movies, I've seen it over and over. This was just seeing something appear in real life that I'd seen pre and time before in some of these more sensational movies, wasn't it? That woman shouldn't, but that suit, it's that old bastards, isn't it? I get it. And that's Cross OG-san, and Kyrie-san, and Rose-san. Dad! Mother Jessica, you mustn't go in. You mustn't look. Dad. Yeah! I guess they're dead. Rigor mortis saying time back. Probably it was 6 hours past his death. At least I can tell by looking at the damaged area. There's time by the they were damaged after their death. You know, I must walk what I see. I'm a general practitioner, even courses outside my area of expertise.
The words are more. The Karen was enough, I was a thing like George. The drama. The truth to work as a drama.
Natsushi Obasan called Jessica in her arms, and Evo Obasan called George Anarchy. So I was the one to get a protein into the storehouse. If only they had been someone to catch me too. I would have noticed this horrible scene buried into my eyes. No, that's not it. It isn't that there was no one here to catch me. People who should catch me. They're right there, aren't they? Just because Jessica said, it did look like a sword used to keep gardening tools. And boots. A lawnmower with extra blades, a grass sickle and a hammer, saws and more construction tools, powered up bottled pots, potted plants and bags of fertilizer, and treated just the same. The corpses of several people have been laid out to rest there. No, have been thrown in there. I could tell them by their clothes. That old bastard Kyrie-san, Cross OG-san, and Rosa Oba-san. Beyond that, Goda-san and... Just one of them? How many people died? You're fucking kidding me. I can't even count on them one hand. Damn it. I didn't know whether it had been one of those gardening tools, which used for something other than their intended purpose could definitely be wielded with a naked brutality, or whether some horrible tool had been encountered specifically for this. Anyway, the body was been tumbled into here. Each of them had given an atrocious makeup. It wasn't makeup. It was more like their face had been plowed. Their faces were smashed, forward to an expression that a normal person couldn't even make after death. I couldn't tell where the eyes or the nose were, but I could find their mouths, because they were gaping wide, rid of their teeth exposed, with their front teeth were missing. Even the cheek that should have been covered that was all torn up and exposed. Even as a man, the stylish makeup that I falsely worried about was all useless. Dad! I always thought you were going to hell? But still, not like this, right? You weren't such a son of a bitch that you should have to suffer so brutally. And even Kyrie-san. Didn't I tell you to stop going out with this guy? Even you. There was no reason for you to have to go through this. Was there? There's no face. There's no face. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it! Battle-son, you must look in your mouth. There's no way your mother and father wants you like this with them diabetes. For your mother and father's sake, you must look in your mouth. Dead people are supposed to have their faces that look like they're sleeping peacefully, right? There's no face. My dad and Kyrie have no face. I don't even know what kind of face they look like they were wearing when they died. What's wrong with me? Look, these are faces smashed up like they were monsters every time I remember Dad and the rest. That's just great. I don't even want to remember the old bastard smug face. Just great, just great. But you know, why even Kyrie-san's face? Kyrie-san was a bastard. I think I got a little sick of her, but she was a little cool. Just like a big sister to me. And then this. Luis Krause OG-san's better, isn't he? It's not his little face, just the side. Luis has half his face, doesn't he? That's still better. No! Sorry, I said on my Earthquake's words. Jessica tried to fill her ears with the sound of her own screaming. Stop it, Bat Raccoon. Just stop it. Just stop it. Anarchy. Ah! Disregarding age and appearance, I fell into my knees, clinging to Anarchy's waist and sobbing. It was as if I was crying on behalf of everyone here, representing that feeling of everyone else there, and screamed over and over. Holy shit, this is so much. In the anime, I think they only show it for at least like a minute or so. And then it's like, oh, next episode. Oh yeah, this is the really cool thing I like about this. Quick system, hurry up. Yes, they tell you all this. They're dead. So, Servant Goda. His corpse was found inside the Rose Garden storehouse. His face seemed to have been smashed after his death. How unfortunate. Apparently, he was supposed to be on the duty in the guest house. Her corpse was found inside the Rose Garden storehouse. Her face seemed to have been smashed after her death. We'll be able to see her again. No need to feel lonely. Shut up, phone. Her corpse was found inside the Rose Garden storehouse. Her face seemed to have been smashed after death. She was chosen by the Demon's Roulette. That's all there is to it. His corpse was found inside the Rose Garden storehouse. His face seemed to have been smashed after his death. He has the right to laminate his ill fortune. His corpse was found inside the Rose Garden storehouse. The direct cause of death is unknown, but it seems that the side of his face was smashed after his death. This is the beginning of everything.
Father, the ones I know they're Krause OG-san, Rudolph OG-san, and Kiryu Ba-san, and Rozo Ba-san, Goda-san. 5 people?
No, there's 6 people. There's one more person.
The body I hear she's looking down on now was hidden in the shadow of a mountain of random objects, in a blind spot to George, who stood by the entrance. So George couldn't tell whose body it was. Therefore, George cursed himself.
Curse you, George, you show me, and Perry the platypus.
He cursed himself for always imagining the worst.
So, the one line at Father's feet is... Shannon, isn't it?
Yes, it's Shannon.
Well, she's dead too. Her corpse was found inside the Rose Garden storehouse. It seemed the side of her head was smashed after her death. Don't worry, everyone will be revived in the Golden Land. George was completely silent. He shook slightly, his lower lip trembling. He wanted to rub up to his beloved, screaming and crying, but before rashly running up to her, he mustered up all his strength and asked his father.
Is Shannon also the same as Krause OG-san and the others?
He or she deeply understood the meaning of his words, so he couldn't give George an answer. No, he thought that, to George right now, that was the only possible sincere and loving response. When George had asked whether she was the same, he had meant to ask whether her body was the same as the others. Since he or she had denied it, meant that the body was just as horrible.
Can I look at Shannon?
No, you can't.
Why? After all, I won't be able to see Shannon's face again, right? So, why can't I see her last face?
What you met Shannon told me yesterday?
Yes.
Well, shit, when you left her, What kind of fish was I selling you?
Mm. It was a wonderful smile.
Oh, Shannon, you're so beautiful. And now you're dead, so that sucks. After receiving the ring, she was bewildered even though her heart should have been decided. Bashful. And running away because you're too shy to show him that face. That expression was revived in George's mind.
Why, sir, then Shannon-chan must have also wished to greet you with that smile.
Here she looked down upon Shannon's body lying at his feet. Just like the other bodies, it was such a horrible state that it would make anyone want to cover their eyes. Half of the face had been smashed off, and then no more than half of her expression remained. And the remaining half, soaked red with blood, had been wiped clean. That graceful, smiling face might have peeked out. Only half of it. While thinking, he or she slapped his hand over his eyes. How cruel! Even though it was smashed, if only it had been crushed, he might have been able to see George's heart for a while by saying it was just someone else wearing Shannon's clothes. Even so, half of the face was left. It caused the body so much humiliation, and also made it clear that the body wasn't someone other than Shannon. How inhuman, how unjust. Trying his best to bring the image of the remaining half of Shannon's expression to his eyes was Cannon. Cannon was not crying. Tears had run to his eyes, but he did not drip down. But that didn't mean he wasn't feeling as soon as everyone else. Losing Shannon, who lived to him in the same orphanage, whom he had loved as a sister, must have been just the same as losing a blood relative. Poor Cannon. Poor everybody.
George, I'm so sad and sad and will be dreadful. If you didn't look at her in such a pitiful state, I'm sure she would think of her staying strong.
I understand. I understand, Father, I understand.
George leaning at the outside wall of the storehouse, thinking down powerlessly.
Father, I have a request.
What?
I want you to look for me. On Shannon's finger. Is there a ring?
A ring? Let me see.
Oh, God, they're... Oh... Here she crouched down. As he did, Cannon silently pointed to one of Shannon's hands.
Yeah, there is. It's a diamond ring. It's a valuable diamond. Must have been pretty expensive.
And which hand? Which finger is it on?
Huh. The ring finger on her left hand.
Oh, she even accepted the marriage proposal. Oh my God.
I see. Was Shannon-chan engaged?
George, it couldn't be.
Eva! Right now, it doesn't matter. A man made a lifelike promise to Shannon-chan. A man promised her happiness for life. Who couldn't possibly be in the wrong here? Being told by a man. It's a woman's dream, isn't it? I don't know when she received this ring. I don't know who gave it to her. However, even so, Shannon-chan took this ring. Then, she accepted it and put it on her left finger. I'm sure the man who gave it to her was also happy.
To most of the people there, he or she was just simply disturbed by this extraordinary situation with blurring out strange things. But to those who knew the truth about George and Shannon's relationship, everything he said made sense. This is just depressing.
I see. Thank you, Father.
George stood up. The trace of tears still streaked his face, but expression had returned to its usual calm.
Let's go. Balor-kun, Jessica-chan. If we stay here any longer, we'll get in the way of the adults.
You're right. Jessica sniffled once, and showed her mother, who had been holding her the whole time, her face, trying to say that she was alright. When she faced George again, she once again had her on her usual face, although she still couldn't smile. Battler, don't lose heart. Battler kept on crouching in front of his parents' bodies. I'm sorry. I'll calm down once I've cried my share. You bastard, Dad. I bet you're laughing at me. Always talking shit about you, then crying like a baby just 'cause you died. I give up. I guess I just can't pass the gene that makes you cry when your parents are dead. Balor's face was still bright red from the tears, but even if it was a bitter smile, he'd at least recover enough to fake a smile. Cannon, you mustn't remain here any longer. Take her to return to the mansion. Natsuchi, unable to take a step into the storehouse, had been staying under the rain the whole time. Maybe she had her own way of grieving, different from Battlers. She realized that she had to take on responsibility now that her husband was dead, though she gave Cannon those orders. Yes, madam. Cannon rose silently and turned to face her. His face was pure white, as his own heart has died along with Shannon. There was no life in the expression. When is there no life in the expression? On an ordinary day, if he had told the guy and children for the rose garden, Cannon would have led the way and guide them. But now, there was no distinction between Cannon and the children. They were now just kids of about the same age, with the wounds of having lost someone close to them. Natsuchi ordered Ginger to see that the children returned. Ginger, contact the police immediately. They probably won't be able to come until Typhoon passes. They should be able to tell us what to do next.
Understood. They're the emergency radio, so I will use that to contact them.
What do you say, like,
6 people died in a storehouse. I swear to God it wasn't me.
when she heard that, Natsuchi remembered. That's right, telephones were out today, weren't they? However, since they had assumed that there could be trouble with the phones on the Isolated Island, radio had been installed. Anyway, let's contact the police and receive their instruction. Everything else can wait. Oh, wait, did she say all that? Oh, I guess not. Dr. Nanjo, is there anything you can do here in the mall?
Unfortunately, I cannot do anything.
Understood. Hey, Ginger, could you please cover that face with something? Explaining like this so humane to them as well.
Yes.
Ginny picked up several dried-up towels from inside the storehouse, when Eva stopped him in a shrill voice.
Wait a second! Stop! This is even a crime, isn't it? Then we can't disturb it. In our confusion, we tracked muddy footprints all over the scene, but surely we'll get in the way of the police investigation, right?
Shut your mouth, ho! That's what she glared at Eva, offended. Objectively speaking, Eva was right. Even so, she glared at Eva as though accusing her of refusing to do those tragic corpses, who had been humiliated even after death, simple kindness of covering their faces. However, Eva had spoken both calmly and correctly. This terrible state was definitely not an accident. It was a crime. Someone had killed them. It was a murder case. In that case, they should be careful not to further disturb the site. They had to aid the police at least this much, so they might hand over a clue that could be used to find the detestable culprit.
I agree with you, son. Until the police come, we should leave everything be.
What do you say, madam?
You're right. Understood. Quick, close it up. And just in case, we should pick a different lock on it.
A different lock?
Yes. When we came in, the shutter was locked. That means that the culprit used the key to the shutter to lock it.
That makes sense. Then does that mean that the key which on the shutter had the culprit's fingerprints?
I'm sure we will file this business to the police as evidence, but Cannon usually has it and used it to open this. It'll probably also have Cannon's fingerprints on it.
Also, that key was handed to Gingy just now. He took it with his bare hands.
It doesn't look like they will be very useful as evidence.
Damn it, I messed up. That was careless of me. My apologies. Ginger-san, were there other keys in the storehouse?
No, only this one.
Which means that the culprit locked down the cylinder with that key. I then consulted her and turned the key to where they found it, right?
He or she's theory sounded plausible. It actually was very strange if you thought about it. Why would they go for all the trouble returning the key they stole? No, if you think about it more deeply, there are some even more bizarre points. Usually when a criminal hides a body, they were trying to delay the point at which it would be found and use that time to escape. The actual place where the 6 were killed weren't necessarily there, but notable think that they had been killed somewhere on this island, carried to the storehouse, and hidden to delay the discovery of the crime. But the graffiti drawn on the shutter and looked like an enigmatic circle had elegantly indicated that the corpses were hidden there. It didn't specifically say they were there, but after 6 people had gone missing, by making such an obvious scribble and returning the key to open it, it seemed almost as though someone had wanted the corpses to be discovered there. Well, this is a dumbass culprit. So, you kill 6 people, put them in a storehouse, you put blood on it, you return the key. Either you're an idiot or you're a really nice guy. Or both, in my case. Anyway, we can't trust only a lock that the culprit has opened once before. If we want to protect this place from the culprit's hand, I think we should put a new lock on. I think that is a good plan. I agree. Diabetes. Shut your mouth about diabetes, man. None of us have that shit. Oh crap. Gingy fished around inside his house and unsealed a brand new padlock, which also had a small box.
What should I do with the key?
I will take it. I will take responsibility to hand over to the police. He took the key to the padlock from Gingy's hand. This has been one shit of an episode. I mean, hope I didn't mess up that much, but still. Holy crap, 6 people died. Would that be in Halo, like? Kill you now. After that, they egged and lowered the shutter. Because of that, the corpse was once again sealed behind that shutter, covered with that gruesome magic circle. Ginny crouched down in front of the shutter to fasten a new padlock. In addition to the main lock on the shutter, there's sometimes a place where you can attach your own lock in front of it. This is one of those types. In the midst of the roaring thunder and pouring rain, the storehouse stood there, ominously. With its closed shutter still covered in a blood-like creepy substance, it swallowed up the bodies of the 6. Now Shushi, putting a new lock on the one manly reserved scene for the police, she felt like she had to shut that mouth for all eternity. She wanted to shut that mouth for all eternity. To prevent the victim from being swallowed anymore by that eerie demon. Come on, let's go, everyone! Dominos! Dr. Nigel, thank you very much for your work. Hey, Ginger, quickly contact the police.
I will contact them as soon as I return.
He dolt at the storehouse. The ghastly magic circle drawn on the shutter. Still swallowing the 6 bodies, loomed eerily, assistantly lit up by the lightning.
Gingy.
So that was 8:30. Now it is okay, 8:45. Whatever you say, game. You're the master and I'm the player. Well, it's not really my master, but you get what I see. Wait, is it gonna change the text box? We'll see if it does, because it usually does that when it's a transition. Yeah, how do I fix that? Let me see. I want to fix it. Okay, click it. Okay, wait, what? Oh, what? I want to change it. What did it say? The ghastly magic circle drawn on the stutter, still swallowing 6 bodies, gloomed eerily, occasionally lit up by the lightning, and the engrossed Maria cackling voice. In other words, what greeted them as they returned dumbfounded from that horrible dark scene was the voice of Maria as she rolled around the floor laughing at the television. Okay, I'm ending the episode off here because I don't want to tell a 9-year-old her parents are dead. Thank you guys for watching, and remember, don't be a stupid corporal like this guy. He literally just returned the key. Oh, here you guys go. Here, maybe he was trolling them. I did this and you didn't know about it. Troll, go, 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 go.